I conducted a survey, and according to the survey, Korean society has a really big problem in communication, especially among generations and among the people who are in different position of the hierarchy in their company or in their institution. So I think it's very important to facilitate the communication. Usually Korean people, as SNS is so popular, people think when they send a lot of tweets and when they write a lot of posting on Facebook, they think they did very good communication. But I don't think so. For me, effective communication is to create same feeling to your partner. So it's not just sending the message. It's not an effective communication. For me, effective communication is to exchange the views and then to arrive in the consensus of the feeling. I always emphasize the importance of to speak several languages because it's not to make them interpreter or a translator. You know, if you only speak Korean, you can have Korean stimulus only. But if you can speak and understand English or French, you can also receive a lot of important information to develop yourself in English and in French. So I'm always keep on emphasizing to my students, if you understand and speak several foreign language, you can have more stimulus of that culture also. So life is short. Why you just try to be content with only one culture or one language? Speaking is very important. When you don't have foreign friends, you can improve on your own. What I did is always shadowing. When there is some English on TV drama or news forecasting, I always try to pronounce almost at the same time whenever I listen a program. And then even in a car, in a subway, you know, I never just think about, you know, like that. I always try to repeat, you know, with my ear, listen, and at the same time say something in a loud voices. It's very important. And then when you watch TV, don't just, you know, try to be happy because you just understood the message. Try to repeat almost at the same time what they are saying. It helps a lot. If you don't use your voice, your body cannot observe the language melody. Because if you learn only by heart or by your brain, whenever you need to say something, it doesn't come out. So please experience a lot of pronunciation, sound, you know. So for example, singing is also very good. You know, a lot of my foreign friends, they can speak quite good Korean because they are singing even in Korean. Yeah, so it's very important to speak loud what you want to master. And then for writing, it's very important to write something every day, even if it's 5 lines. So for example, at the beginning when I wanted to speak good French and good English, you know, before going to bed, I tried to write just 5 lines of what I did that day. And then the next day or 2 days later, when I meet American friend or a British friend, I always showed what I wrote. And then I asked them to correct. So in conclusion, for speaking, for writing, the most important thing is that you have to do for speaking, you have to make sound. You have to pronounce that phrase, that text with your tongue and with your mouth. Very important. For writing, it's not with your eyes, it's not with your brain. You have to write it down. Even for translation, even for interpreting, those who interpreted a lot, those who translated a lot, they can become easily good interpreter and translator, because it's not just pure knowledge, it's know-how. So it's the difference of literature, it's just, you can just read. But interpreting, translation, conversation in foreign language is know-how. So you have to learn using your body, not your brain.